Welcome back to Mixed Media Play. Tomorrow is the first day of spring, so I'm thinking we definitely need a springy picture here. I'm going to gesso this because we're going to be using mostly acrylic paints today, and I'll be right back. Now, some of you know, when you're playing in mixed media, at some point there usually comes a what if moment, and actually most of my creative endeavors start with what if. So while I was gessoing this, I'm thinking, could I make this look like a picture, look like a framed picture? So I'm thinking about putting a frame around here, leaving a white border to look like a mat, and then painting the picture in a smaller rectangle or square. I took the plaster out of the bag, and as you can see, it creates quite a mess. So if you have any kind of airborne allergies or you're sensitive to things, you might want to wear a dust mask when you're working with plaster. I have some warm water to dip those strips into. I grabbed a piece of wax paper because I want to be able to move these and work on other things while these are drying, and it doesn't take very long for those to dry. I also grabbed 4 bamboo skewers because once these are wet, I'm going to lay them over that so it gets that rounded look and just add some extra dimension to the page. So I'm going to dip these. You want to take off, oh, it folded on me, no. There we go. You want to get the extra water off, and I have to center these skewers on this strip or it's not going to come out right. So let's see. Ah, look how easily, blah, I'll spit that out yet. It wrapped around. Our gessoed page is definitely dry now. Next, I'm grabbing my paint palette, 3 colors to make my sky background. But before I start painting my sky, I'm going to tape off this white part to make that look like the mat in the frame. Tip I wanted to give you before working with washi tape is to prevent it from pulling up layers of paint or maybe from tearing your paper. Just take it out and either stick it on your shirt or put it across your skin to grab some of that oil, just to make it a little less tacky. I'm back with the plaster, that's all dry. Now I'm just going to paint these black and then I'll get back to my picture. Here are the plaster pieces that we wrapped around those skewers and then painted that we're going to use as a frame. Oh, I hope this turns out. So they came off the skewer pretty easily. Oh. Yep, just a little twisting and it popped right off. So now they're all off, and instead of throwing these away, they'll become craft tools. Nope, do it backwards. Now, if you're not going to measure this, you have to cut as close to a 45 as you can, or you'll have like that much of a gap between your mitered corners, your faux mitered corners. I'm gonna say that's about. I wonder if I should just put it down and. No, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. All right, here we go. Please don't mess it up at this point. There's a raised area in the middle, and I wanted it long enough that there were two flat ends on the side that glue could stick to. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to just glue these down and I'll be back. So there it is done, and I have to say it's pretty cool. The glue isn't dry, so this frame keeps popping up. It should be dry maybe 15-20 minutes. There's a little area right here that's not straight, that my strip was a little thinner than the other side, and all I'm going to do is take a black marker and go down that and just kind of touch it up. But other than that, we are done. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next week.